Hello everyone, welcome to RNG University. Today we're bringing it back to lottery. Alright, so we're gonna open another collector box of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And so, let's see what is in store for us. Alright, so this is almost the end of my case here. And let's see what's inside this 12 packs. Very exciting. I honestly did not expect Kamigawa Neon Dynasty to do this well. This is an amazing experience. All right, so let's see what's in these boxes. You know, everyone's aiming for the lottery, and I get it. You know, obviously lottery is great, but I am also aiming for a lot of other things. So let's start with a Bamboo Groove Archer. All right, suit up, bunch of things, and first of all, we got a foil swamp. This is probably the least favorite of the 10 foil basic lands we'll get in the set, but it's still nice. The moon actually looks super glossy under the foil, so that's good. I'm gonna put that on the side here, and here we have some ultra art. I don't even know what these are called, like traditional Japanese art or something. And we got the foil Ganjo Uprising, terrible. Ruthless Technomancer, absolutely amazing. Blade of the Oni, that's our first mythic of the day, and it's not a great one, but it is a mythic, and it's a full borderless. And we got Tameshi, which is great. And then we got another Blade of the Oni. This one is the foil Ultra R. Again, you know, I don't think Blade of the Oni is ever going to go anywhere, but it definitely is nice looking. It is a foil, so hey, it's something. We got a treasure token. Treasure token is always nice, and it's a samurai on the back. So first pack, we got 2 mythics. That's pretty good, but the mythics are, you know, the least mythic that anyone wants. So here's Claw Torment, blah blah blah, and we got a foil mountain. This is the you know, the good mountain, and compared to the other one that's apparently not snow. So that's our second foil land, and we got 7-Tail Mentor, Sunblaze Samurai, Fang of Shigeki. These are ultra arc ones, and we got March of the Swirling Mist. I don't know if I actually have a foil version of this, and this is a very nice card to have. This March of the Swirling Mist is something that I think is underappreciated because phasing is always going to be good, but this one also phases all your opponent's card if you want, so that's a big plus. And we got Myojin of the Grim Betrayal. That's a good Myojin. Wizard betrayed us with this Myojin, with all the Myojins, by saying you got to cast it from hand. It's just really, like, these are commander cards that you had to cast from hand. I don't know what they were thinking. All right, then we got Lizard Blades, pretty good card. A mirror box. This is Ultra R, so it's a good-looking mirror box. You know, the foil versions are probably a lot nicer because of the fact that they have a mirror makes the foil really glossy. So that's nice. And then we got a Surge Hacker Mech. All right, so that's our foil. Nothing too crazy. And we got a pilot token. That is a spear. All right, second pack was kind of a dud, but you know, you can't win with every one of these packs. We only want to win with one pack, and that's all that matters. All right, and then this pack will not let us open it. Just gonna destroy these sleeves. Really, it's like they super glue these sleeves together for whatever reason. All right, let's see what we get. Favor of Junkai. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, did we get a... Oh, we got an Invigorating Hot Spring. Now, I actually really like this card. It's a Fire of Yamivaya, but it also makes it so that modified creatures you control have haste instead of all creature. I think it's more fair, but you can put +1/+1 counters on your creature, so that's actually an upside. So I like this card, even if it's an uncommon. I think it's underappreciated. People are going to run this in the commander decks. All right, then we got the foil swamp. I think this swamp is actually starting to look better than the other swamp, just because of the red with the gold words. It does really well in foil. I don't know if you can see it from here, but trust me, it's nice. All right, and then we got Ultra R, Ultra R, Ultra R, and then Mukutai, Soul Ripper. Rip my soul out by getting this card. Universal Surveillance. That's something. You know, it's the world we live in today. Universal Surveillance. Weaver of Harmony. This card is actually insane. Like, I understand that, you know, with standards being the way it is, with the power ramps and all that, this is too slow to be good. But just the fact that you can copy, activate, or triggered abilities of enchantments is just really good. And for 2 mana, you can get it out very quickly. And in Commander, that's all that matters. All right, we got another Mythic, Ao the Dawn Sky. Ultra Art, very nice card. You know, these death triggers are very, you know, not very, but kind of hard to pull off. But in the right deck, I can see these being very good. All right, and then we got a foil Ultra R March of the Swirling Mist. Like I mentioned, I like March of the Swirling Mist. I think it's underappreciated, and I appreciate the foil Ultra R. It's very, very cool looking card. All right, and then we got Treasure. That's Samurai. We already have one of these, but hey, can't hurt. All right, pack number 4. What can we get? So we get Dragonfly Suit. Blah, 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 blah. All right, now we have a Forest. We have a Forest. This Forest is, I think it's pretty nice. These lands are like $4 or $5. It's insane. Just the fact that, you know, these come from collector box, I guess that's why people care so much. But they're very nice. They're very cool looking lands. All right, so we got Ultra R, and then we got Thousand Face Shadow. It is what it is. Silk Guard, not that great. Tameshi, okay. And Scrap Wielder, again, another okay card. And we got foil Hinata the Dawn Crown. I love this card. Like I mentioned when I first opened these, it was an Ultra R foil, I think. This is just a regular borderless foil. It's still very nice. And I think Hinata is one of those... I don't want to say it's underappreciated because a lot of people are playing it in Commander, but I think it's one of those cards that's still a sleeper hit in the set. But just wait till, you know, I don't think they're going to reprint this because it's a Kirin Spirit. Like, it's just very hard to have another set that has a Kirin Spirit in it. Maybe a Secret Lair or something. But I do see this card going up in value over time. So, you know, keep an eye out for that. And we got a Pilot Token that also is a Samurai. All right, it's 4 packs down. Let's keep going. Again with these. All right, so here we got Inkrise Infiltrator. A bunch of lands. Oh, and we got a Sky Turtle. I like these cards. I like this card specifically because you can have multiple abilities. One of it is Recycle, which is very nice. The other one's Bounce, which is okay. And it's attached to a 6/5 body that has Ward 2 and Flying. So it's also a beater. And so all around, and you know, a neat card. It's not broken. It's not overpowered, but it definitely is something that you would put in like a Simic deck to get that synergy going. And, you know, you have a lot of versatility in that. So we got an island. Island's pretty nice, right? Even though it's not technically an island, because usually island means that it's a land surrounded by water, big water, ocean water. But here we have a land that's surrounding the water, which does not make it an island. I really find faults in these drawings, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, and we got our Kaito Shizuki. I think this might be the first regular version of Kaito that I got, but it's very nice. We got a Kaito. It's foil Planeswalker. Foil Planeswalkers are never, you know, unappreciated, I would say. And then here we have Iron Soul Enforcer and Sokenzai Crucible of Defense or Defiance. I don't think I have this many Sokenzai. I have a lot of the other lands. I think Sokenzai is probably the worst one. I think it's Sokenzai. Yeah, Sokenzan. I think it's the worst one just because it just gives aggro creatures. It's not the end of the world. All the other ones are a lot better in their ability, but hey, it is what it is. It's not bad in any way. And we have Kotose, the Silent Spider. Pretty good card. I always think it's underappreciated because people think I can't get it off in Commander. It's useless. But you still can exile your opponent's cards in Commander. It's just you can't exile 4. It's not the worst. And then we have Invoked Calamity. All the Invokes have been kind of hitting waves in Standard. I think except the green one and the blue one. Well, the green one somewhat, but definitely not the blue one. The red Invoke is pretty good because you can cast instant or sorcery spell with a total mana of 6 or less from your graveyard. So you can actually invoke other Invokes. And then you just kind of chain it if you want, but you can actually invoke a lot of good cards. So it's a decent card, at least in Standard. Maybe they can find out some combos for it in other formats, but it is a good Invoke. All right, and then we have Treasure that turns into a Spirit. And that's 5 packs. So we got 4 mythics off 5 packs. I think it's about average. All right, what else do we got here? Kindred Fury. Oh, no, sorry. Kindled Fury. It's not very Kindred. It's actually blowing someone up. All right, and then we got a foil playing. This is very, very nice playing. I think it's actually a playing, so it's something. Although it's kind of like a farm playing. All right, so here's some Ultra R Moon Snare Specialist. Spring Leaf Avenger. I don't know why I don't like this, but every time I see it, I feel like it shouldn't be a rare. Oh, we got Yoshimaru, ever faithful. So, you know, good doggo. That's a mythic. It's a doggo, so I can't really fault it or, you know, be unhappy about getting one. Here is Mirror Box. Again, not Ultra R or not foil. And we have Surge Hacker. This one is Ultra R. And oh, we got a foil Ultra R Kodama of the West Tree. It's very nice. Just look at how shiny it is. I do appreciate these, you know, the foiling done on these cards that have very high contrast in the art style. And, you know, for a mythic, very appreciative of it. It's, you know, it's not a lottery card, but it definitely is a great card to have. So we got another mythic, and we got a ninja token. I don't think I have this many ninja tokens, so I'm happy about that. It turns into a samurai, ninja, samurai. All right, so that's 6 packs now. We got 6 mythics. That's actually not a bad, you know, ratio. Here goes pack number 7. Move this aside a little bit. All right, so here we have Dramatis Puppet. Like I mentioned last time, I really, really like this card. People are not appreciative of this card at all. I think this is a bulk common. It's going out there for like a penny. I really would suggest picking some of this up. Just a playset, just four of these will probably run you $1 maybe, and it's just amazing. It doubles to each kind of counter. So, you know, any of your Planeswalker, you can basically ultimate it right away, and that, you know, just think of how much doubling season costs for that kind of an effect. This is just amazing. All right, we got another forest. I don't really see the difference between this forest and the other forest. Oh, this is the same forest. That's why. Pretend you didn't see that. But actually, the two forests do look very similar, in my opinion. And here we have our first rare, Kyodai, Soul of the Kamigawa. For a Woober commander, not commander, but Woober legendary card of the set, I would think it should be a mythic. But I guess the ability is not that good. It just makes something indestructible as long as you control Kyodai. So it's basically the Lich from back in the days. All right, and then we have Smoke Spirit Aid. Smoke Spirits Aid. Ooh, look at those little spirits over there. That's very cute. Reminds me of Spirit Away. It's definitely a crazy art. I love the art. Not sure about the ability of the card. For each of up to X target creature and create a red aura enchantment token. Oh, this is the one where you create spirit or a smoke blessing that means that when the creature dies, it does 1 damage to its controller and you create a treasure token. Pretty good card. In Commander, when there's a lot of creatures, obviously. And we got March of the Otherworldly Light. This card is actually funny because I wanted to run this in Standard instead of what was the other one called? The 2-cast that destroy target creature on a Planeswalker. But, you know, what I've neglected to see is that you can't actually exile Planeswalkers. So it's good, but it has its downfall. What's great about this is that you can pay 1 white and then just exile a manland, which definitely is appreciated in today's Standard. All right, and then we got Mind Link Mech, pretty good card. Oh, and then we got a foil mythic, Nashi Moon Sage Scion. Again, we got another foil mythic, which is great. Unfortunately, the foil mythic, you know, value isn't very high in the ones that we pull, but hey, can't complain. Here's Treasure and Spirit. At least we're pulling the mythics. All right, so here on our next pack, we have Careful Cultivation. Actually, a decent card for a common. And we got our snow mountain that's not snow. I'm going to say it every time. It's a snow. It's a mountain. There's snow on it, but it's not a snow mountain. That's just wrong. All right, and then we got Air, Uprising, Moonsnare again, bunch of commons, or, you know, Ultra R. And we have a foil, regular art, Kodama of the West Tree. Pretty nice card. You know, we got another one of these. Definitely going to put this in, you know, any EDH deck that has any sort of modifying on your creature, which is basically any EDH deck. You have enchantment, you have aura, you got +1/+1 counters, any of those work. It's just good all around. And then we got Cyberdyne Awakener. I think it's pretty good in like a rush artifact deck because you make all your artifacts 4/4 and you can, you know, just hit your opponent with it. Always good. And Reality Chip, amazing card. People are just, you know, running this as your future side commander all around. And I think that's a great idea. Right? And not only that, it's a 2-cast future sight. You know, not all the time you want your future sight to be able to cast a top card, because what if it's a land and you already put it a land, right? So you have a choice of when you want to do it, as long as you have another creature to reconfigure this too. And the total cost is about the same as future sight, so that's a good idea. And we got not lottery Hidetsugu. It's the wrong card, right? It's just the same thing except it's not lottery. Well, what do you know? Not great. I don't know why they made a lottery discard, because nobody wants this card. Like, it's not going to be run in any deck, honestly. It's just opportunity missed. All right, then we got Cloud Steel Kieran. Another Kieran that's not a spirit. This time it's an equipment. That means you can't lose the game. Pretty good card. Not going to run any deck, really. But I think these janky, you can't lose the game abilities are always fun, right? You play like a low-power game, and you can use this as a control deck and just try not to lose. It's always fun to play. And we got a human monk that is also a samurai. All right, we do hit a lot of mythics in this box, which is great. And then we hit 2 Kodama of the West Tree, which is actually fantastic. Those are the cards that I like. And we also got a Planeswalker, which is good. A Junkai Naturalist. I can't believe they printed this card. This is just so good in Standard right now. Bring out all the runes, just unfair abilities. And we got another plane. And here are some Ultra Art cards. And we got Ryosa, the Asari Commander. I remember when I saw this foil, not this art, but the Ultra Art, I thought that art looks amazing. And I read the ability, and it was just so disappointing. What does it even do? What does create an indestructible counter, or put an indestructible counter on it if it doesn't have one? I can't even have 2. And then whenever combat damage is dealt to me, I have to remove an indestructible counter. It's just terrible, pointless ability. Now I know we have access denied. Decent, you make a bunch of Thopters, but the Thopters are not treasure tokens like Swindle. So if I'm going to run a counter spell that costs 5 that does this kind of ability, I'll probably run Swindle, the one that creates treasure tokens. All right, and then we got Muktai, Soul Ripper again, and March of the Swirling Mist, and foil Junji, the Midnight Sky. We did get a lot of foil mythics, which is nice. I mean, you only get 4 mythics in this set, in this box, but nice still, right? So we did get a lot of mythics. This is foil Borderless Junji, and Junji has a great ability because you can make your opponent discard 2 cards. So if someone were to cycle this, you can actually just make your opponent discard all of their hand. And then we got Construct that is turned into a spirit. All right, next pack. We got Aki Ronin. I remember Aki was all of the goblins back in Kamigawa. That was fun. This is the other forest. See how it's kind of hard to differentiate these 2 forests? They don't look that different, and the center of the art has similar colors. So sometimes I get those 2 confused. All right, and then we have Ultra Art. And I think this Covert Tactician has the best Ultra Art, just because of the... If you look at the background of the foiling, it almost looks like it's etched. It's not. They're not going to etch, uncommon, but it looks really glossy. The art pops out a little bit. All right, we got Lizardblade, the Tanuki Transplanter, another Hinata. That's good. We're going to need all the Hinatas we can get. March of the Reckless Joy, and Springleaf Avenger. We got another one. Every time I see this, I wonder why it's so rare. It's just... That's not that great. I don't know why I thought one of these were mythics. They're not. None of these are mythics, so they're gonna go in the rare pile. All right, so 2 more packs. Let's see what else we get. Come on, let's win the lottery. Baby, need a new pair of shoes. All right, so we got Kitsune Ace. This card's actually not that bad. You can run it in like a combo-ish equipment deck. I can see it being useful in the future. Especially if we print better equipments in the future. We now have another island. This, again, maybe it's a floating island. I'm not sure, but not sure where the island is coming from. But hey, it's better than the New Capenna Islands, or New Capenna lands that they've shown that has nothing to do with islands or mountains. All right, we got Weaver of Harmony as our first rare. Again, this card I specifically think is absolutely insane good card that nobody cares about right now. But, you know, in the future, people are going to come back and be like, hey, nobody even thought about this. But I can run this to copy my enchantment ability that helps me win the game like 10 turns earlier. Right, so, okay, so that's that. We got Research Thief. Whenever an artifact creature you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. Not that bad. It is a 5 cast, so you're never really going to get it out. But if you have a lot of, you know, Thopters or something, swing with it and then flash it in, draw a bunch of cards. That's the idea of this card, but I just don't see it being that insanely good. March of the Burgeoning Life, the worst March, so no one cares. And we got another mythic. This time is Junken Defend the Temple. You create a monk, put a +1 counter on 2 creatures, and then you flip it into a Remnant of the Rising Star that puts +1 counter on it if you want. Whenever you cast a spell or a creature spell, or a creature comes into play, I guess. Doesn't matter. No one cares. Not the best mythics in the world, but it is a mythic, so I'm going to put it over there. Then we have Restoration of Aganjo. This is a very good card. You fetch for a land. It's white, right? So you fetch for a land. Then you can ramp, maybe, but also reanimate something to 2 or less. And then it comes back as a 3/4 that makes 1/1 tokens. It's Vigilance too. So all around decent card. Not the best, because you do have to search for basic planes, not just planes, but I still think it's decent. Right? So if you're running a mono white and you need some ramp, this is not a bad ramp. Maybe not even mono white. Anything with white without green. All right, then we have Rat Rogue that turns a samurai. All right, one last pack. Can this be the lottery pack? Ugh. All of my hopes and dreams are riding on this one pack right here. Now we got Sky Swimmer Koi. Blah, 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 blah. All right, we got another plane. This one is, again, what does this have to do with playing? You can clearly see the height of the buildings. That means it's not playing. There it goes. All right, uncommon, ultra R. And we got a foil mythic. Again, that's good, right? We got another foil mythic. We got a lot of foil mythics this set. Hidetsuku Consumes All. All right, so destroy all, each non-land permanent, converted mana 1 or less. Exile all graveyard, and then return it as something that you can kill your opponent with. So whenever it attacks or deal damage, you put a +1 counter on it. When it deals 10 damage, that player loses the game. So whenever there's an ultra win condition, I think cards like that are good. It's not, you know, unbeatable. It's not unfair. I just like alternate win conditions because it makes the game more fun. Right, and we have one with Kami. We have Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Weaker Kiki-Jiki, but people are playing this a lot in standard just because you can make a treasure token or make a creature that makes treasure tokens, and you can also loot 2 card. So all around decent. Mech Titan's Core, on the other hand, is all around amazing. Not a good card. No one's running it in any sort of real format, but it's just an amazing concept and done so well. It's you use 5 mana to exile 4 other artifact creatures and or vehicles to make Voltron. So literally you make Voltron with your deck and then you try to win with it. It's just a 10/10 with a bunch of keywords, so it's not unbeatable, but it is still good. And the best part is if it leaves field, you bring those 4 back. So it doesn't like, it's not like you just lose 5 things at once. So there's some save to that. So that's the last card. That's not it's not a lottery. It's just Biting Palm Ninja. It's okay. But I'm always gonna say this. That's a human ninja. What kind of human do you know has a mouth in their hand? Not a human. Some sort of oni. It's just, it even looks like an oni. They made it a human though, so they just, I guess they wanted some human theme in there. It's really just not on brand. All right, so it is that. And then we have Kaito Shizuki token that also is a spirit. So that is all of the packs that we opened. All right, so let me put this to the side. And the lands to the side. Lands are always nice. They're like $4 each, so I'm not gonna hate on the lands. And let's see all the mythics that we got. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 mythics out of 12 packs. not bad. All right, so I think it's actually above average, but I'm gonna say it's close to average. I'm expecting about 1 mythic each pack since it is a collector box. But the mythics that we got are, I would say, middle of the road. We got some very good mythics. We got Junji, we got 2 Kodama, and we got Yoshimaru. Those are the mythics I really appreciate. The Kaito I like because it's a planeswalker, it's foil, it's always nice. But all the other ones I could do without. They're okay. Hidetsuku is probably the best out of all of the ones that have no value, but I'm happy with this. We didn't win the lottery yet. We're gonna keep trying. All right, thank you for watching me. See you guys next time.